We are more interconnected than ever before. And yet, in the midst of all of this technological connectedness, so many markers of human flourishing continue to go backwards. And in fact, our loneliness and anxiety levels are going up. We are more connected than we've ever been before, largely thanks to our smartphone technology and computing advances over the last few decades. We're more interconnected digitally than we ever thought we could be, through apps like Facebook and Snapchat and Viber and Instagram and Twitter and WhatsApp and many, many more. We see computing technology taking us to new levels of digital connectedness. In fact, there's a principle in the tech sector called Moore's Law that generally observes that computing technology, the power of it tends to double every 2 years. And yet with this incredible advance in our digital connectedness, there are so many markers of human flourishing that continue to go backwards. And so while we're more digitally connected than we've ever been before, at the same time we seem to be lonelier than we've ever been before. So connected, but so lonely. And we see this with incidents of mental ill health, social dysfunction, social exclusion, anxiety, depression, suicide, and the list goes on. What does this tell us about ourselves and the kind of connectedness that we're actually looking for? Well, it tells us some very important things. It tells us, to begin with, that the nature of the connectedness and the relationships that we're looking for are not being satisfied by the superficial nature of some of our digital interconnectedness. When we turn then to the Christian message, what do we see? We see something incredibly powerful and reassuring. The Christian message posits that we were made by God for two purposes: to be in loving relationship with Him and to be in loving relationship with each other. And until and unless we accept both of those two realities, then we are never going to find the kind of relationships and connectedness that we actually need. Our hearts long for belonging, our hearts long for relationship, and our hearts long for identity. But it's only through a relationship with God and through authentic relationships with each other that we can begin to even find those yearnings and fulfill those desires of every human heart.